Good morning. This is Barebones Broadcasting, a radio skeleton nightmare. The radio. I represent the radio industry of the earth. How am I looking? Well, that's the product you're getting there too. The product of radio right now across this planet looks like me. Who's can't say that? Well, get rid of advertising, maybe you can. Well, that's our bread and butter. No, it ain't. Advertising is not the bread and butter of the communication industry. No, it ain't. Advertising is not the bread and butter of anything it's associated with. How can the promotion and distribution of the fact that it is be the bread and butter? What? This guy who works in the newspaper trying to say advertising is our engine. That's what drives us. No, it ain't. Look at that. Advertising drives this? Are you loony? The smell of a fart drives living? Passing gas coming out of your rectum drives living? That's advertising. Gas coming out of a rectum stinks compared to what makes living work. How can you be that far off? Glad I sat in a hospital ward and pondered in agony. Huh? I'd have a little bit of a calisthenic to get myself ready for this. Can you imagine facing this as an old codger ready for the grave and overhearing nothing talking? Sound of silence in such a loud roar, you can't make sense of it. You have to back up and listen here. Don't listen to that sound of silence. Roaring. Like standing next to a road, hearing that sound of those vehicles traveling up down that road and wonder what in God's name makes that sound. What part of the trip, what part of the vehicle, what's making that sound? What is that? Ever done that? Sat in a little car, a semi next to you, the wheel tire's bigger than you are. You're about even with the axle and the bearing. Hear that sound? What's making that sound? Figure it out. Because you're making the same sound. But figure it out. Very important to know what that sound is. Get in that position. Get on a freeway, get next to that rear wheel on a trailer and listen to it sing. What's making the sound? Figure it out. And tell me the bearing's big enough. Go on. Think that sound be there with a great big bearing? Well, there's a big bearing on that wheel. No little one. What sound would you get? I don't think you'd hear anything. I don't think you'd hear a thing. The absence of friction in that bearing would quiet the wind going by. What about that? Oh. Too many years in a hospital ward. Every day. 67. Too many years in a hospital ward. Never left me. Haunts me every day. Hospital ward. Never leaves.